movie. I'm the first actor.
First
Really?
actor, number one. Hell yeah.
Oh man, I feel so honored, bro. I hope I don't mess this up for the future actors, man. So you could ask for others to come back.
No, 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 no. You're not gonna ruin it. I have faith in you, but I might
Cool.
sound white as hell right here. How did you get the nickname Shadow Flack?
Oh, Shadow Flack. Oh man, that's the streets got to name you, man. You can't just name yourself, So everybody thought I was pretty laid back, cool, quiet, powerful, supportive, and that was pretty much a culmination of came to the Shadow Flag. Of course, me being a chocolate brother, Shadow was pretty much easy call, but then the Flack comes from Roberta Flack, like she's a mellifluous, honey sounding, smooth singer. And so for some reason, I don't know why they associated my energy with that. And then we got Shadow Flack.
Oh, okay, that all makes
Yeah.
sense. I got it. I'm picking up. I got you. So,
Yeah.
you made your acting debut in Contact, and you had someone actually push you to get into it. Can you kind of explain that whole process? Was this something you've always wanted to do, or was it like, I have an opportunity, like, might as well, let's go for it.
Hey, brother, man, like all things men discover mostly is by chasing a young lady. Young lady was going to an open call for Contact. I didn't know what that language was at the time. I just knew she was going to be there, so I wanted to be there. And when I showed up, it was a open call at this hotel in Washington D.C., and it was like 3,500 just beautiful people there. I've never been in that environment, so it was just shocking to me. Like, wow, where are all these people coming from? And so when I went to the table, they asked me for a headshot and resume. I didn't know what that was at the time. So then they said, all right, we'll take your picture. And luckily at the time, I had a little bit of style, I guess. They liked my style and they took my picture. And then so fast forward, I got booked for 5 days. Didn't know what that meant for background work. The young lady I went with, unfortunately, she didn't get picked. So I was thrusted out there on my own to go and discover what this movie making world was really about. And I've always been a guy more of an observer than a talker. So first 3 or 4 days on set, I'm just observing and listening and hearing what's going on, and bumping into people here and there. And then by the fourth day, I was like, yo, I don't think my mother has seen me. I don't think I did anything for my mom to see me in this movie yet. I want my mom to see me in this movie. Like, how can I do that? And I saw them place a guy like right over there with long white hair, and that just looked, it stood out to me. So I said, I need to be there. And so I went and I stood in this spot for 5 hours. At the time, hold on, that's my alarm. Let me get my alarm. Uh, I got on
You're all
pants. I
good.
got on pants, Tommy. I got clothes on. I got clothes on. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I
I
got clothes on.
appreciate it.
Me too. Um, so, so I stood in this spot for 5 hours. At the time, what they were doing was just blocking the scene. I didn't know that at the time, but now that I've been in it for some time, I understood that they were blocking the scene. I went and stood in this spot for like 5 hours, didn't move. And next thing you know, they started building the set around me. And then the guy with long white hair pops right up right next to me. And it was Jake Busey, who's Gary Busey's son at the time. Still. Um,
Always
yeah,
will be.
right. Yeah. And so then there was a scene where Jodie Foster was walking into the Oval Office to ask President Clinton at the time for more money to do explorations out in space. And me coming from DC, I was like, how would I feel if somebody came out here to take millions of dollars away from the budget when kids don't have school books, don't have after school activities? How would I feel? So I just started screaming at Jodie Foster when they allowed us to, and I just told her to get a real job. Ain't nothing out of space. Don't waste my tax dollar. And I did it for the scene. And next thing you know, a microphone just pops up over my head. And Jake Busey looks at me. He's like, "You're creative." I said, "Hey, man, I'm just trying to get some burn." I was all like, "Hey, yeah." And he was like, "Keep it up." And I was like, "Cool." And fast forward, man, go to the theater and I hear my voice, and then I see my face and hear my voice, and then I'm like, "Ah!" And I jump damn near out my seat high enough to hit my head on the ceiling, man. And that's what was the shot that hit my arm that made me say, that's what I got to do. Like, I've really been like driven off of that one moment, and still today that one moment stands out very strong to me. So that's kind of like how I got into it. And then from there I had auditioned for Shaft because John Singleton was doing the movie Shaft. And I had actually booked the role, but MGM wanted to use Will Smith because he was big at the time, but they didn't want to give John Singleton that kind of money for a no name, even though John Singleton was known for bringing out no names, no name actors. And so when that fell through, I got pushed to the back of the line, man. And it's been a 24, 25-year journey to be on this video call with you right now.
It's kind of crazy how it all works out like that, isn't it? Kind of have these like these opportunities kind of fall and collapse, and you got these opportunities just because you brought the streets to the screen. Just like that's something you would
Yeah,
actually hear.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
brother. And just, I think it's valuable for us to understand just picking up on signs. You know what I mean? Like, it's all these signs that come in our lives. It's all these signs, these like messages that come, but are we sensitive enough to pick up on them and go? And I've been fortunate enough to pick up on the signs in my life and maximize them.
That's awesome. No, yeah, and I feel the same way with like how I got this position. Like I always wanted to be behind the camera. I want to do all the other stuff. And it was one of those things. Like in the middle of COVID, I was like, well, it might as well apply to everything. And here we are. It's crazy how
Yeah,
it all
bro.
works out, and it's kind of crazy how everything is just like everything moves a certain way, and it sets you up in the best position. And it's
You're
just weird
right.
how it all works out like that.
That's it. Go with the flow, baby. Go with the
Exactly, just got
flow.
to ride the flow. And
Yeah.
so, so one thing you did too also was you signed your life away with Marvel. Do you have like the same kind of contract where it's like at any given moment you're like, hey, we need you, we need Turk Barrett, we need you to get over here right now.
Man, I wish it was the case like that. Marvel was definitely a good springboard. I think Turk Barrett introduced me to a community of loyal fans that really support the product like Marvel. I was the only actor used in all of the series. That was just by happenstance. Thank
Mhm.
Stan Lee for that, for creating Turk Barrett and putting him in all the universes like that. I really appreciated the response from the people. I really appreciated the response from the people, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Didn't sign my life away to Marvel because while I was shooting all the Marvel stuff, I was still able to shoot Stranger Things. I was still able to shoot a bunch of
Oh
movies and
yeah.
things of that nature. So I must thank my way of navigating that relationship to still allow me to do other projects. I don't really like to just be locked in on one. You know what I mean? Because that ain't the only meal ticket in town. We got to eat. So yeah, I like.
Always looking for work. That's how acting works. You gotta
That's it.
always be looking.
Bro, that's the main thing as an actor. You must understand, if you're going to commit to this type of job, then you must understand your job is to always look for the next job and be comfortable in that and be
What do you?
comfortable in it.
Oh yeah. What do you think you get pulled off? What do you think people recognize you more for? The Turk Barrett role, the Stranger Things role? Like which one do you think? So those are two of the bigger pop culture things that you've done. What do you think you get pulled away aside for the most? What do you think you get recognized for?
Man, it's probably This Is Us. I get stopped more on the street for that, and I only was able to do 5 episodes of This Is Us, but for some reason, people really like dug that. Then Turk Barrett, definitely, because the Turk Barrett fans, man, yeah, man, are the best, and then Stranger Things, probably like that. But it's probably for TV. This Is Us, Turk, and then Stranger Things. But then mostly what I get recognized for is for the movies like Mudbound. A lot of people stop me for Mudbound, say how much they appreciated that. Or the film Just Mercy. That film had a very huge impact. So a lot of people will show me some love for that. But I'm thinking that really the role I haven't done yet, the role I'm looking for now, is the one that I'm really going to be recognized for. Because I like being the actor that
Oh, little foreshadowing.
you saw how I brought that back in. But I
Yeah, that's how
honestly,
you did
man,
that.
Tommy, honestly, man, I'm one of them actors. I don't do PR. I don't do publicity, stuff like that. Like you all came at me for this, and I really appreciate the Kettlebell Kings brand. It's something that I really use myself. I use it. I got Kettlebell King uh, kettlebells right here, right now. So I support that, but I'm not the guy to like want to do all the talk shows. I don't do all the magazine covers because I still like my anonymity to some degree. So I like being the guy that I could walk
Mhm.
out in the street and be cool and be an everyday cat and do my thing and really not be recognized like that. You know what I mean? Now that I am getting more recognized, it's kind of like what do I need to stop doing to not be recognized as much so I can just make the money? I just want to make the money, Tommy.
Yes.
But
Yes,
I'm
it's like the
grateful.
perfect level of famous where it's like couple people will recognize you, which is awesome, like, cool, they know who I am, but you're also like, I can go to the grocery store and I'm not gonna have, like, 1,000 people coming up to me. I'm not gonna have pictures always being taken of me. It's like the perfect little
Yeah.
balance of everything.
And that's how I've
Low
been
key,
pretty much
honestly, the
working.
dream. Like, that's the
Yeah.
dream opportunity.
Yeah, brother.
Like what you just saw? Want to check out the rest of the interview? Make sure you check out the description box below where you'll find access to all my other interviews along with all of LivingFit's world-class programs and trainers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.